Awake, arise, a new day dawns, a foggy haze across this morn. Although in spring comes foraging, the bramble bush still holds its sting. The sun shines down, their heads move east. Beauty triumphs, hides nature's beast. And we walk on as swallow sings. The bramble bush still holds its sting. Awake, arise, a new day's here. The blackbird cries, the insects fear. Into the trees the fresh air blows. What we will find, nobody knows. Yet they march on to harvest seeds, to pick at fruit and blackberries. The elderflower, so sweet in taste, why they walk on and without haste. Awake, arise, a new day's here. The blackbird cries, the insects fear. Into the trees the fresh air blows. What we will find, nobody knows. Sleep, close your eyes, the day is done. We have returned, gone has the sun. And as it's spring, keep foraging. The bramble bush still holds its sting.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Sally, my dear, I wish I could wed you. Oh, Sally, my dear, I wish I could wed you. She smiled and replied, then you'd say I misled you. Oh, Sally, my dear, it's you I'd be kissing. Oh, Sally, my dear, it's you I'd be kissing. She smiled and replied, you don't know what you're missing. If all the young men were like hares on the mountain, if all the young men were like hares on the mountain, how many young girls would take guns and go hunting? If young girls could sing like blackbirds and thrushes, if young girls could sing like blackbirds and thrushes, how many young men would go beating the bushes? If young girls could swim like fish in the water, if young girls could swim like fish in the water, how many young men would undress and dive after? But young men are given to frisking and fooling. Oh, young men are given to frisking and fooling. So I'll leave them alone and attend to my schooling.
shall get a haddock. When the boat comes in, you shall have an eggy and a bit of ham. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. She'll be your lass and you will be her man. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb.
Well sung, you lot.
The merry brown hares came a-leaping over the crest of the hill, where the clover and corn lay a-sleeping under the moonlight so still, leaping so late and so early, till under their bite and their tread, the leaves and the wheat and the barley lay cankered and trampled and dead. A poacher's poor widow sat sighing at the side of a moss-patterned bank, where under the gloom of the firwood 1 acre of ground lay in rank. She watched over barely grown clover, where rabbit or hare never ran, and the ground that it all covered over hid the blood of a good murdered man. She thought of her shaded plantation and the hares in her husband's own blood, and the voice of her own indignation rose up to the throne of her God. There's blood on your new foreign shrub, squire. There's blood on your pointer's cold feet. There's blood on the game that you sell, squire. There's blood on the game that you eat. You have sold out the labouring man, squire, both body and soul for to shame, to pay for your seat in the house, squire, and to pay for the feed of your game. You made him a poacher yourself, squire, when you give not the work nor the meat, and your barley-fed hares rob the garden at our starving poor little one's feet.
Packed into one tiny chamber, man, mother, and little ones lay, while the rain pattered in on our bright bed, and the walls barely held out the day. When we lay in the heat of the fever, on the mud and the clay of the floor, and you parted us all for 3 months, Squire, and we knocked at the working house door. So to kennels and liveried varlets, where you starved your own daughter of bread, and worn out with liquor and harlots, lie your heirs at your feet lying dead. When you follow them into your heaven, and your soul rots asleep in the grave, then Squire, you will not be forgiven by the free men you took as your slaves. Pursue, but never to have, except for the chosen few. Fate will decide if you live or you die, and Maeve was no different to you. Oh, where are you going? Oh, where are you going? One word too bold and she's out in the cold, with the rain and the snow on her face. The lantern she loved wake her up from above, her home on the streets of this beautiful place. Oh, where are you going? Oh, where are you going?
distant shores stand upon the prow. Noble bark I steer, steady course to the haven. You many foemen, you many foemen.
2, 3, 4.
Of a nobleman's daughter, so handsome and comely was she. Her father possessed a large fortune of 45,000 in gold. He had but one only daughter, Caroline was her name, we are told. One day from her drawing room window, she espied a young sailor bold. Red as the roses, his eyes were as black as the jet. Caroline, she took her departure, went out and young William she met. Trifflin's daughter, possessing some thousands in gold, I'll forsake my father and mother, and wed with the young sailor bold. She times her true love got shipwrecked, each time to him she proved true. Her duty she did as a sailor, in her jacket and trousers of blue. Her father he wept and lamented, the tears from his eyes often rolled, until they arrived safely in Cromer, Caroline and her young sailor bold. Caroline went home to her father, in her jacket and trousers of blue, saying, "Father, dear father, forgive me, I own that I have troubled you. Oh, father, dear father, forgive me, deprive me of silver and gold, but grant my request, I'm contented to wed with the young sailor bold." Young William and dressed him in sweet unity, saying, "Your life will be spared until morning, together and married you'll be." They got married and Caroline's portion of 45,000 in gold, and now they live happy together, Caroline and her young sailor bold.
Wolfson done on fiddle. Brandon Eglin on piano and dulcimer. Tom Wolfen on cajon. I'm Nick Seaman. We've been fearing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.